Being a business owner and entrepreneur, there are many things that go on in the world that are completely out of my control. And sometimes it affects what is going on, how I generate my money, how I generate my revenue, my income. And sometimes I feel like I just want to complain, right? We want to make excuses. Oh, you know, taxes are high, or tariffs are high, or the economy is bad. So these are all things why people aren't buying, or these are all things why my sales are low, or these are all things why I'm not getting any new customers or leads. I've learned that instead of trying to find why, or try to blame something outside of my control, why things are, the way they are, instead of trying to find reasons that are out of my control, why I'm losing sales, why I'm not getting followers, why I'm not getting customers, I have to switch my thinking and start figuring out ways that I can adapt what I'm doing, change up the ways I'm doing things so that I get traction, so that things start working in my favor and I don't feel like I'm working against what's happening in the world, right? Our goal as an entrepreneur is to find ways to adapt and make sure that we are switching up our framework so that we can find the things that do work for us and let things go that don't work, right? Things are always changing. Nothing stays the same, right? We grow as humans. We don't stay the same age. Our bodies are always changing. Our environments are always changing. There are always new apps going around. The government laws are always changing. There's always something going on. And so the same thing happens with your business. You can't just always stay the same. You have to switch things up. You have to adapt so that way you can shift with the momentum of what is working in the world, right? There's always balance, right? There's always a lot of negativity, things that don't work, things that just feel like are a problem. But on the other side, there's always solutions. There's always good things. There's always things that are working. So, as an entrepreneur's business owner, for me, I have to look and find the things that are working, tap into them, and then use them to my advantage so that way I'm not feeling this negative pull on my business. I'm not feeling the sales dropping. I'm not feeling I'm losing customers. Instead, I'm using this shift as a learning experience so that way I can shift my momentum to continue to keep working, find things that work for my business. Does that make sense? You don't want to stay stuck. So if what you're doing isn't working for you and you've been doing it for a while, you've got to switch your momentum just a little bit, right? Keep the things that are working and then try to add other things, experiment, test, try new things. For me, I've been testing out new things because the economy has shifted. For me, there has been a lot of changes in tariffs and taxes and things like that. And if I was to continue doing business the way I was doing, I definitely would be in the hole as far as having pieces, selling them, and not making any profit on any piece whatsoever. I was charging way too low for my jewelry when this problem happened. So, how did I shift? I shifted so that or the way that I shifted is I had to increase my prices. And I also not only increased my prices, I was able to find an easier way to get offers out to my customers that would actually tap into more revenue instead of tapping into the bargain strategy that I was using before. I was using a bargain strategy. Get as many as you can for as little as you can, right? And that only worked when the economy was a little better. But like I said, I've learned Everything's always changing, including the economy. So what's one way that I can shift my business? I switched my prices around. I now charge higher. I now charge higher for my jewelry items. And yes, there was a slowdown, but there was already a slowdown, right? There was already a slowdown from whatever was going on around me. And so with this shift, I'm slowly building momentum, but I'm building momentum the way that I need to, versus I try to build momentum with the ways I was doing it before. And I'm actually going to end up going backwards, not forward, because while prices and everything around me is going up, if I keep all my prices the same, guess what happens? I'm out of business because I'm not going to be able to even afford to replenish my inventory because I'm not even making enough to cover the cost of the item. So that was just one of the ways that I've shifted. But there's other things that you can do. Again, if there's anything that just feels like out of your control, whether you've lost sales, you've lost customers, or you're not getting enough followers on your social media, whatever it is, don't whine about it. Don't complain about it. Don't try to find excuses. Instead, find a solution. Be the solution for your business by thinking outside the box and figuring out a way that you can shift your momentum to actually work with things and the environment that's already, so that you can shift your momentum. Take that in consideration. And I got you, friend, with some more tips coming up soon. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please make sure to subscribe. I truly appreciate your support as always. Till next time, stay bright, stay beautiful, and keep on smiling. Later, Gator.